I stepped into the role of activism July 26th of 2013, the day my brother was killed. My name is LaKiza, and I'm an anti-police brutality activist in Austin, Texas. My brother is Larry Jackson, who was killed by APD. My brother went to the Benchmark Bank, which is in a predominantly white area of Austin. And earlier that morning, the bank had been robbed by a white man. And I say that because the white man was an armed robber, a serial armed robber. He got away with zip tying up the tellers and actually robbing the bank. And he was allowed to walk out of the bank with nothing happening to him. And when my brother gets to the bank at 4 p.m. in the afternoon of that day, the detective that was there investigating the robbery decided that he wanted to chase Larry down because he said, or the bank manager said, that Larry misidentified himself. So the detective commandeered a civilian car, then chased him under the Shoal Creek Bridge, and there he proceeded to beat Larry with the butt of his gun, and then he executed him with one shot to the back of the neck. I always tell people that I feel like I have PTSD because any little thing will set me off now. My oldest nephew still asks, why did that cop kill my dad? And how do you answer that question? You don't really have an answer. My brother was unarmed. He posed no threat. And that detective even told the lady that whose car he commandeered, he told her that my brother did not pose a threat. So you chase down an unarmed, non-threatening person and you kill them. And you say that it was an accident. And I just don't believe that. We fought for months and months, almost an entire year. And we finally secured an indictment against this cop on a manslaughter charge May 12th of 2014. That trial never went forward because 4 days before he was supposed to go to trial, the judge dismissed the case on a technicality of a law from 1889, I believe, in which is called the Supremacy Clause immunity, where a federal officer is immune to state prosecution if they felt that they were reasonable in carrying out their duties as a federal officer. It is so hard. I sat there for 3 days at that hearing and listening to this man show no remorse and then say that he would not change a thing from that day. How do you expect us not to be angry? Our whole world is ripped apart. You know, you go through every day, and me as a big sister wondering, what could I have done to protect my little brother? I don't even know why I call it the justice system. It's the injustice system that we have to deal with. And we just try to fight against it and try to figure out ways to get in there and make it just. To be completely honest, I learned that I didn't know a whole lot about the justice system. I mean, you always hear about people having to deal with, dealing with the system. And how unfair it is, but now I see for myself how unfair the system really is. It's not, I don't like to use the term that the system is broken, because the system is not broken. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. And I feel like it was designed to repress poor people, people of color, and not give us a fighting chance at seeking the justice that we deserve. I'm angry all the time. You know, I try to be happy. I put on a brave front when I am in my activist role, but when I get home, it's a totally different story. It just hits you, 1 minute and I don't apologize for my emotions, because that's just how I am. But it affects you in so many ways that people don't understand. I had a lady that told me, well, he was just your brother. That was my only brother. Even if I had 10 brothers, it wouldn't matter. That was my brother. Every time, me and my family, we hear of incidents like this, you relive your loved one's death over and over again. And nowadays, you hear about it every day. So it's like the wound is just reopened, and then it scars up and it reopens and scars up. So you have all this scar tissue that it just keeps building up and keeps building up. You have Nathaniel Sanders, you have Kevin Brown, you have Jesse Lee Owens, you have Sophia King, Daniel Rocha, Amid Bradley. I mean, the names just go on and on and on. Keep families, not just our family, but all families that have dealt with this, keep us in your thoughts, your prayers. If it comes down to going to court with those families, do that. If you know that the family is holding an event or something like that, just come out and support that. If you can't make it, send somebody that you know or tell somebody about it. Spread the word. Let people know that these egregious murders happen right here in Austin. It doesn't just happen in Ferguson. It doesn't just happen in New York. It happens right here in Austin.